in the heart of the black forest, where the pines knit a sky of shadow and the moss remembers every step, a witch walked alone. She was not the kind of witch the stories liked to fear. Her magic did not roar it, listened. It gathered in the hush between roots, in the breath of ferns, in the silver thread of fog that rose each dawn. Her name was kept by the trees and softened by the wind, and when she passed, wild flowers pressed their faces toward her ankles as if to greet an old friend. The forest had grown darker of late, not in color but in feeling, as though a quiet question had been asked and left unanswered. The witch noticed it first in the way the ravens circled, their wings cutting through the dusk with careful arcs, and in the way the brook paused before it sang. She placed her palm against the bark of an ancient fir and felt its story, a tremor that began beyond the western ridge, a shadow that moved without footsteps, and a tiredness the forest had never known. Her raven, a companion with eyes the color of storm glass, landed on her shoulder and clicked softly, head tilted. "Yes," she murmured, "I feel it too." Together they followed the hush toward the ridge, past fallen logs dressed in emerald, past mushrooms like tiny lanterns, past the places where foxes speak in silence to the dew. The deeper they walked, the more the air seemed to tighten, gathering itself like a held breath. At the boundary, where old trees grow like pillars, she found it, a clearing that should have been dappled with light but was strangely even, as if the sun had forgotten how to pour. In the center stood a spreading thorn bush, black and glossy, its tips drinking the day. The forest pulsed around it uneasily. The witch knelt, letting her fingers hover above the thorns. The raven croaked a warning, but she only smiled, gentle and unafraid. "You are not here to harm," she whispered. "You are here to shield." She could sense it now. Beneath the thorns lay a sprout, a fragile sapling dreaming of a future the forest could not yet see. She closed her eyes and listened. Beneath the hush, beneath the layered silence, there emerged a nota, small, bright tone like a single star reflected in water. It was hope, timid but alive. The witch breathed with it, in and out, lending steadiness. She did not pull or push, she invited. Around her the tall pines loosened, their green deepening, the moss warming underfoot. The raven stepped closer, feathers settling, and the clearing remembered how to hold light. "Grow," she said, voice soft as mist. "Grow where you are safe." The thorns lifted, curving back like hands opening to release a gift. In the sudden shimmer, the sapling revealed itself a pale stem crowned with leaves veined in silver, glimmering faintly as if stitched by moonlight. The forest sighed. Even the brook, far away, found its song again and sent a note tumbling through the roots. Days flew, and the witch returned, weaving small magics like lullabies. She asked the wind to be gentle and the rain to be kind. The raven watched, learning the cadence of care. The sapling grew and strengthened, and the shadows that had seemed so heavy became shade again, cool places to rest, not burdens to bear. Travelers would pass the ridge and feel a quietness soothe their thoughts, though they would never know why. One evening, when the sky was a cup of indigo and the first star blinked awake, the witch stood with her palm against the young tree. "You will be the memory the forest needed," she said. "Not a wall?" but a story that holds. The raven cawed softly, and together they walked back along the path where mushrooms glowed and wildflowers lifted their faces, the night carrying them like a promise. In the black forest, darkness remained, but it was a darkness full of listening, a place where even the quiet had a heartbeat and where a witch's gentle magic helped it keep time.